am Maricita Colors in English. Today we are in a chat live in a workshop where I will show you my nice knitted Beanie ABRIL. This pattern of the sweat of the Beanie ABRIL is knitted with braids. I made for my channel in Spanish, but now YouTube make the translation in English with subtitles in a lot of language, so you can try to change the subtitles and maybe you can look this nice Beanie. Oh, sorry. This is the Beanie. With braids in knitting. I made the waistband. I don't know how it's for this. It's like a waistband with the rib stitch, double rib stitch. And after this, I made the braids. I will let you this pattern on the comments and on the description box. I made this little pattern for my channel in Spanish. You can find my channel in Spanish, Maricita Colors, and you can change the subtitles too. I made the same braids like my Beanie ABRIL, my knitted Beanie ABRIL. In the beginning, I made the rib stitch, double rib stitch, and look, this has I made this in the center of the waistband of the rib stitch. I made this for that this can turn. I made between the two the waistband or the rib stitch. I made in the center this because with these stitches the rib stitch turn. Thank you for your like. And this is the braids. I made 6 stitches, 6 knit stitches for every braid. I will show you here. This is the yarn, acrylic yarn, and I use the needles number 4 millimeters. But I will make you this little pattern with another color for that you watch how I begin my Beanie. This Beanie, the name is ABRIL, ABRIL, like the month in Spanish. April is ABRIL. I made it nur or only in Spanish. But if you want that I made this pattern, you can let me a commentar, a message here in the comentarios, and I will make a new pattern in English. Thank you to be here and give one like to my video. Now, today our workshop, it will be of knitting, dos agujas en español, tricot, we say two in Spanish. This is the purl stitch, punto revés. We will use the basic stitches in this Beanie. I will give you some tips before you watch my video, okay? This video has almost 7 years and almost 500,000 views. This is the knit stitch, look. Knit stitch, punto derecho en español. And to make the purl stitch, we make the yarn in the front. The purl stitch are like canoten, look. And the knit are these. So we will use only in this Beanie knit and purl stitches. In the beginning, I made the rib stitch. We pull, and look, you can watch that your yarn is okay with this needle because in the border is not so loose. Look here, the border is not loose, it's correct. So with this yarn, you can make one Beanie hat. Thank you for your like. I invite you to join in my group of members. I will make exclusive patterns for the members. You can join you 1 month, 2 months, all the time that you want. I want to make here the half of this little pattern to show you how I close this Beanie hat. Beanie, gorro en español. By example, this is the center. I have 32 stitches in this pattern. I must have 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I will make by or 2 stitches more, 2 puntos más. And now I am in the center. Look, my Beanie, the original, has 60 stitches in the beginning. The numbers that you must use is multiple of number 4. 40, 80, or 60 like this. For what? Because I tried that when I make the rib stitch, I tried that I begin here, by example, with the rib stitch. Here we have 2 knit and 2 purl, 2 knit and 2 purl, and we repeat. This is the rib stitch. I will show you now. But when we sew, we turn in 2 parts the same of our Beanie, and you must see, you must watch. Here we have at the end the purl, and when we sew, we have the knit stitch here. So when we sew, we continuing with the rib stitch. In my pattern, I didn't tell you this, but now, if you watch this video, I will tell you some tips to change that I can change in my pattern. So this is the first, that you must use multiple of 4. The another tip that I give you is, look, when we join, we will join by example like this. Here is the first braid, trenza en español, trenza. When we join, between the braids, we have the purl stitch. For that, our braids are like important. Like you see so forth quickly the braids. So we have the purl stitch between every braid. So when we join, when we must sew, here is one braid, or braid, no braid, braid. I have a friend that she is Peruanish, Peruvian, like me, and the name of my friend is Brain. Hello, my dear. But she is from Peru. Okay, and when we sew, here at the end we have the purl stitch, and we join with the braid. So the pattern continuing. So you must try that always the pattern must continue. So for this, I begin with the braid here. And when we join, you must join with the purl stitch, and we will have our Beanie hat that the braids always are between the braids, the purl stitch. This is the second tip that I give you when you make your Beanie hat. This I didn't tell you in my pattern. My pattern is in Spanish, but you can change the subtitles in a lot of language. Angelo Flores, hello Angelo, welcome to my channel. Thank you to be here. Muchas gracias, thank you for your like too. So, this is the tip that I give you before I begin my little pattern. I will show you how I make the rib stitch and how calculate to the stitches for the braids. My Beanie has 60 stitches, only 60, because I use double yarn. How is double yarn? By example, this, and I use double. Doppel is in German, sorry. It's doble en español. And I use the needles number 7 millimeters. So this Beanie with the braids, the blue that you saw, I will show you again. This is so it's a slouchy, but it's so loose. It's very loose. I want to make another Beanie like this. I have not anymore. I give a present. And this, I made it with 2 yarns together, and the needles number 7 millimeters and only have 60 stitches in the beginning. Every braid has 6 stitches, and between the braids I made 5 pull stitches, I think. You will watch in the video, but I will show you how calculate, because when I made again this Beanie, I will make some little tips that you make your correct Beanie hat. I will let you this pattern on the comments and on the description box. It's in Spanish, but you can change the subtitles in your language. Yo te lo voy a dejar en los comentarios, en la cajita de descripción, y tú puedes cambiarle los subtítulos al idioma que prefieres. Thank you for your like. Hello, my dear Anuba Roy Unsuman. Thank you. I will finish here this row, esta hilera, voy a terminar, I will finish, and I will begin to make a little pattern for that you see how you must begin your Beanie hat. The contour of your Beanie must be like, you can compare with another Beanie or headband. For me, I made tables with size approximately, and to me, this Beanie is for teenagers and for us, the adults, the size. I made a lot of Beanie here for my family and friends, and I compare, and the size is approximately, I will tell you, I have this is almost 48 centimeters, my Beanie. 48 in all the contour. But remember, this Beanie is so loose. Because normal advice, or usually our Beanie hats, the contour total is 48 until 52 centimeters of all the contour. I will pass this to another needle, and I will use the same, this needle. Thank you for your like. Thank you to subscribe you here on my channel and activate the bell to receive the post when I have a workshop in live. If I don't have a workshop, always I try to let you one short or one publication of my videos. Here in my channel in English, I have a lot of patterns, almost 300 patterns in English, so you can watch beanies, headbands, and so on. We will use this yarn, it's teeny, and I will make a teeny beanie. You must use for your beanie, remember, a multiple of the number 4. So you must make a little pattern like I will make now, and you will see how many stitches you need for your size. Okay, I will make the same 32 stitches like my little pattern. So I will calculate 32 stitches. How? We involve 32 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30, 31, 32. When we have calculate the yarn, you can use this technique for all your threads in knitting. We will let some centimeters and we let free this yarn. Always you catch the yarn, the calculated yarn. And from here we we will make the stitches. I hope that this funktioniert. I hope. Okay. So we make the cast on, like you say in English. Cast on in Spanish. Let me see here in the computer. I want to see if my channel you can see good. All. Thank you for your like. And remember that you can find me too on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, here I can watch. That is correct all. Muy bien. Empezamos, chicos. We begin. Empezamos. We learn to a little Spanish, okay? Okay. We help us with our fingers. And from the center, left. And this, we make a loop, a big loop. And inside of this loop, we bring the yarn of the right to the center loop. And now we have 2 stitches, 2 puntos, stitches, puntos en español. Again, we catch the needle in the front, left, and we make, we make a big loop. We go to the right, and inside of this big loop, we make in the needle, on the needle, the cast on, the famous cast on. So we make rápido, quickly, left, right, in the center. Left, right, in the center. Izquierda, derecha, al centro. Izquierda, derecha, al centro. Left, izquierda, right, derecha, centro. Try always, if you are beginner of knitting, try always make, you must try always to make the stitches. It's easy, only with the time, with the practice, you can better make the stitches. We have not one word like cast on in Spanish. In Spanish, we have not this word like you say in English. This yarn don't let me work good. Este hilo es un poco rebelde. This yarn is a little rebelde, we say in Spanish, rebel. We will see. But we are in life, so in life all can pass. This is the the real life, chicos. Thank you for your like. Muchas gracias. Yesterday we made a nice crocheted skirt in one piece in top down, the famous top down. I made a little pattern. It's like this. So you can watch my live from yesterday. Yesterday I made this little pattern of the skirt, the top down. We begin here, like this. I made with the hook number 3,50 millimeters, but today I changed for the needle 3 millimeters, and I think it's better. Thank you for your like, muchas gracias. And remember that you can join in my, you can be a member of my, here in my channel. It's not possible this yarn make place with me. In another day I cut, really. I cut and ready, but now I cannot cut. Okay, we will try to see. Where are you from? When you write me, let me know where are you from. Actually, I live in Germany. Now in Germany is 11 and 26 minutes. I am from Peru, South America. Ich bin Latina, but actually I live here in Germany. And I made my technique that I learned in my land, in my country. Land is in German. Hello, herzlich willkommen zu my Kanal auf Maricita Colors. I didn't make my patterns in Dutch, in German, because my Dutch is not perfect, but maybe one day. Okay, we finish. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, yarn. I think, no. Look how this yarn plays with me. Sorry. Look, what is this? Okay, ready. Perfume. Ready. Okay, we must have 32 stitches. A multiple of 4 must you make your Beanie, remember, okay? This I didn't tell you in my pattern. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, not so loose, not so tight, 27, 28, 29, look, we make a big loop, and inside of this loop we make another yarn. I think this is 31 and this is 32. We will see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. There is 2 stitches. Remember, that must be multiple of the number 4. For that, our rib stitch, double rib stitch, continuous. The pattern always must continue. Hello, my dear Manisha Taraf there. Thank you to be here, and thank you for your like. So this is the pattern that I make with another yarn now. It's the same that we make, okay? My original Beanie has 60 stitches. 60, only 60 because I use the 7 millimeters needle, and this is only the 4 because I use this teeny yarn. When you use double yarn, you must use another needle that is not so teeny, a little thick. Okay, we begin to make the rib stitch double. The first, it will be the knit stitch. We insert, we bring the yarn, and this is the new stitch, and this goes out. Again, nuevamente, from left to right, yarn in the center, we back the needle and catch the new stitch. This is the knit stitch. 2 knit stitches, 2 purl stitches, and we must repeat and alternate always. Yarn in the front because I will make the purl stitch, punto revés en español. From right to left, we involve the needle, the yarn again to the front, we back the needle, and this is the new stitch. The yarn is the new stitch, and this goes out. This is the purl stitch. Again, right, left, we involve yarn in the front, back the yarn or the needle, and we catch this new yarn. This is the new stitch. Yarn into the back, we will repeat the 2 knit stitches, 1, 2, yarn in the front, the purl stitch, 1, 2, yarn in the back, 2 knit, 1, 2, yarn in the front, 1, 2, yarn in the back, 1, 2, yarn in the front, 1, 2, yarn in the back, and we repeat. Este punto se llama punto elástico doble en español. Rib stitch, double rib stitch, elástico doble en español. Needles, agujas en español. Yarn, hilo en español. Dos puntos revés, purl stitch. Yarn in the back, 2 puntos derechos, 1 y 2. Yarn in the front, 2 puntos revés. Yarn in the back, 2 puntos derechos, 1 y 2. And in the front, 2 purl stitches. We finish with 2 purl stitches because when we sew our work, the 2 purl connect with the 2 knit stitches from the beginning. So this is the first row of our Beanie little pattern. Hello, my dear Lady Crochet. Thank you to be here. Good morning. Muchas gracias. Nice to see you. Thank you. We turn the knitting work. Volteamos el tejido. Work, tejido, we say in Spanish. You must learn Spanish when you watch my videos and maybe you can entender un poquito de español. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Por favor, please, por favor. Thank you. Gracias. You're welcome. Con mucho gusto. You're welcome. Con mucho gusto. Okay, now we are in the reverse. In the opposite of my work, when I made the knit, in the opposite is the purl. And when I make the purl, here is the knit. So we finish with 2 purl stitches. So here it will be the knit stitches. So always we must begin with the knit stitches, okay? And remember, to make more big your Beanie, you must make multiple of number 4. For that, our rib stitch continuing when we sew our Beanie hat. I have another Beanie that is more new from 2 years ago. I will show you. I will let you to this pattern. It's in Spanish too, but you can make the subtitles in English, remember. how you recognize the knit and the purl stitch. Look, the purl stitch is like canoting. So to make the purl stitch, always the yarn is in the front and from the right to the left. Now we have the knit stitch, yarn in the back, and we make 2 knit stitches. So we repeat. My Beanie has 10 rows of this, of the waistband. I don't know, waistband 2 is, you can call waistband in this part from the Beanies. You can write me and you can tell me if it's correct, please. I want to see where is this yarn for that is not confused. Okay. You see, you say, hello, my dear Noor. Hello, my dear. Thank you. Hello, my dear. Ah, really, she's Manuela. Thank you, Manuela, to be here. Gracias, chicas. Thank you for your like, too. Muchas gracias. So, I love the knitting, and I must make another knitting Beanie for the next winter. Here in Germany, now we are in summer, so it's a little sonic, we say in German. Heiß. Always I make like this for that the border is uniform. So look, now you can see 2 knit and 2 purl stitches. I made in my Beanie, I made 10 rows of this, and after this I make the double of my waistband for that the thread can turn. So this is very nice because the this Beanie has the waistband, double waistband, for that is more for the cold, for that is better for the cold. I made this model from a Beanie that I saw here in Germany, and you can watch this video in Spanish, but you can change the subtitles. When you see or when you watch this video, please write me and tell me, yeah, I changed in my language, in Hindu, in Japanese, or in German. I want to know if you understand the subtitles that make now YouTube. They made the subtitles automatic. So now only we repeat 2 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches. This is easy. My waistband is double and has approximately, let me see how many, I think was 5 centimeters. 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters has my waistband. I will tell you here. Look, here, this is the double rib stitch, and this is the besonders, the special of this waistband. When you make like this, it's double. And in my Beanie, I made 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. Here for this little pattern, only I made 2, but I made 6 centimeters. You can watch in inches how many inches are. I don't know exactly. In normal advice, or usually all my works the front of my works is where is the yarn of the beginning is in the right side. The yarn of the beginning is in the right side. But in this Beanie, I made one exception. I don't know if it's in English, because I will show you. But this you will see too in the pattern. I made 5 braids of 6 stitches, and the rest was, I made 5 braids in my Beanie, and between the spaces I have the purl stitches. So you must make a little pattern like this, and you can watch how many inches or centimeters make your work. This is important. Sometimes the people make with the same stitches that I tell you that I make my works, but sometimes you don't use the same needles or the same yarn, and maybe the Beanie is too little, or maybe the Beanie is too big. So for this, you must make your little pattern, and you can see how many stitches you need to make your little pattern. Always we finish in 2 purl stitches, look. In the camera, this color of this yarn is beautiful. I find beautiful. We turn, and now we are in the front. Why? Because this is the front, the yarn of the beginning, and to me, this is the front of the work. Look, this is like canoting, and here in the back are like lines. Sure, you can use the side that you prefer. This is only my tip, but you can make like you. Let me see my computer. Okay. You can use both sides, but to me, this is the front. And I made a little trick for that my work turned in 2 parts. Look, it's like you can use this for bags, for another works too. And shawl is the double here. How I made this, I will show you. When you have the 5 centimeters or 6 centimeters of the braid of the rib stitch, you will make this next step, okay? How is? Here in the front, where is the yarn of the front, I will make, let me see, only purl stitches, only purl. In the front, we will make purl stitches. Look, you can use this technique for all your work, for that the work can turn in 2 parts the same. So in my Beanie, I made 10 rows of the rib stitch, of the double rib stitch. After this, I make this technique, this tip that I show you, the purl stitch in the front. And when I finish both, I must make 2 rows. I will show you. And after this, I repeat 10 rows of the double rib stitch, for that the work is uniform, natürlich, claro, sure. Tell me, you are in summer in America. I think the people that show me, that watch my videos are in America or here in Europe. We are in summer here in Europe, so I think you can make this Beanie for the next winter. So for the front, remember, I make this row only with purl stitches, okay? For that we have this effect that our work turn. Here I have, by example, from rib stitch, only I have 4 rows. So after these 2 rows that I will show you, this is the first, I must make 4 rows of the double rib stitch again. For that the work is uniform. Let me see. Okay, I don't know why I stop. Okay, who writes? Emilia Sánchez dijo, hola, hola Emilia, bienvenida. Nur, I know simple knitting, no, I practice continental knitting style. Thank you, my dear Nur. Hola Emilia, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenida a mi canal. So, when we finish the first row, in the second row, I must make here knit stitches. For that, here in the front, we have 2 rows of purl stitch. This will make this effect like turn over works. Look, it's very nice. You can use to make bags, maybe, or another works. Okay, so here only in the reverse, I will make knit stitches. Puntos derechos en español. Knit, punto derecho, purl, punto revés. This is the trick that I made for that my waistband, my rib stitch turn. And in my Beanie, I made first 10 rows of the double rib stitch. And when I finish these 2 rows, I begin again with 10 rows of the double rib stitch. I saw a Beanie hat here in Germany that had the same. Hat is German. Hat the same. And I saw how turn, and I noticed that was this another stitches that change the work. Nena Campaña. Hola, Felicidad, te saludo desde Portugal. ¿De dónde eres? Hola, nena, ¿cómo estás? Yo soy peruana y vivo ahora aquí en Alemania. Entonces la técnica que estás viendo es de Perú. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. Thank you, thank you. Yo tengo mi taller en las tardes en español, a las 4 de la tarde de Alemania. Aquí son las 11:47 de la mañana. En la mañana hago en inglés y en las tardes hago en español, si quieres verme también. Gracias, gracias, nena. Bueno, now that we finish these 2 rows that will make that work turn, I will repeat the same rows of the rib stitch. So we begin again with 2 knit stitches and 2 purl stitches. If you make, by example, 8 rows in the beginning of the rib stitch, after these 2 rows, for the turn, you must repeat the same 8 rows of the rib stitch. 2 derechos, 2 revés, 2 derechos, 2 revés, 2 knit and 2 purl stitches. 2 knit and 2 purl stitches. 2 puntos derechos y 2 puntos revés, 1 y 2. And in this Beanie, I will show you that the front of my work done will be the front of my Beanie hat. I will show you. I made this technique only for this Beanie hat. In the another Beanie hat, I make always with the yarn of the beginning is in the right side. This is the front of my work. But in this Beanie was different, and you will see. Thank you, my dear Nur. Oh, gracias, nena. Muchas gracias. Sometimes, a veces me olvido las palabras porque aquí hablamos en alemán, pero trato. Gracias, mi querida nena. Eres muy amable. Thank you, my dear. Okay, we begin with 2 knit stitches. And we continue only, we'll make the 2 purl and 2 knit stitches. I must make 4 rows of the rib stitch because in the beginning I made the 4 rows. In my Beanie I made 10 rows of the rib. After this I made these 2 rows for that the works turn, and again I repeat 10 rows. This is for that our Beanie is more warmer. Más caliente, decimos en español. Warmer, I think, is in, I hope that is not in German. This is the second row in the reverse. I am in the second row of my rib stitch, so you can count like this. We finish, we turn, and look, with this yarn and with this needle, you can see that the work in the border is okay. It's not so loose, it's not so tight. So with these yarns, you can make your Beanie hat too. I made my another Beanie that I will show you, that I made too with braids. I made with 1 yarn too, not like this braid that I made with 2 yarns. You mean a Beanie? Explica muy bien, tu inglés es muy claro. Lucineia Alves, falta portugués. Gracias, Lucineia. But now, ahora tú puedes cambiar los subtítulos en portugués también. Gracias, mi niña. Rusi Marova, hola. Hola, Rusi. Nur, bye, I'm going for make lunch. Ciao, Nur, thank you to be here. You mean a Beanie. Manuela. Hilma Nasheya ha dicho hola. Okay, we continue. Now we can count here how many rows we have. We are in the front of the work. And here I have 1 and 2. This is the third and the fourth. We finished the 4 rows. And I will show you how I calculate to make the braids in this, with these numbers of stitches. Remember, you must make multiple of number 4. This is important. The another is that between the braids, we must have the purl stitches. This is another tip. In my Beanie, in the ABRIL Beanie, this Beanie that we make now, I make a little mistake that I will show you for that you don't make. And you can watch the video and you can make with the new tips. Okay, we finish, we turn, and we pull. Nirmala Devi, you can pronounce it like this, Beanie. Beanie? Beanie? Beanie. Thank you, my dear Manuela. I think you understand a little. Yeah, I think my pronunciation is not the same, like never will be the same like you in English, but I think you understand me. Thank you, thank you. Here in Germany too, we have a lot of words that are too difficult to, the pronunciation is so difficult in German. And always I must practice, but we must try always. Okay, here I will finish the 4 row of the rib stitch. We made 2 knit and 2 purl. And we will see how many centimeters we have in this little pattern, okay? And how you can calculate with your stitches. Okay, look. How do you see this? How do you find this work? I find perfect. It's not so loose, it's not so tight. I don't like the Beanie so tight. So if you make like this, how many centimeters? If you make like this, how many centimeters we have? Maybe 11, okay? But if I make like this, how many centimeters we will have? Look, not so, but look how big can be our thread. Look, where is my... I want to find my centimeter. I have a longer centimeter. ¿Dónde está centímetro, por favor? Aquí está. So, we don't make so, but we must make in our work a little like this. So here I have almost 18 centimeters. 18 centimeters. We will use the mathematics. Sorry. I must drink a little water. Here we have 32 stitches. And we have almost 20 centimeters we make, okay? If I want 40 centimeters, that is a Beanie for babies between 0 and 3 years old, I must make the double of stitches. And if I want make 50, for 50, that is for teenagers and for us, the adults, it will be almost the half, 64, and the half of 64 is 16, or 32, we must make the half. It will be 6, 4, 10, 6, 7, 80. With 80 stitches, I will have one Beanie hat for me or for teenagers and adults with this yarn and with this needle. This needle is between 3 and 4 millimeters of the needle, they say in the etiquette. So this is the way, más o menos, more or less, that you must make the calculation of your stitches. And now, in my Beanie, I had 60 stitches, that is multiple of number 4. We must make multiple of number 4, remember. But I make a little, one mistake in my Beanie, okay? And I want that you see here before you see the pattern. My pattern has with 60 stitches because I made with the 7 millimeters and double yarn. Double yarn is like this. For this I used the 7 millimeters. Was so loose, was very loose, but was nice too. So with 60 stitches, I had almost the 50 centimeters. That is the contour for us, the teenagers and adults. And I had 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, y 5. 5 braids. Every braid has 6 stitches because we make the braids 3 and 3. You can make your own design, naturally, sure, but I show you my design. And 6 times 5 is 30 stitches, but I had 60 stitches. So between every braid, I must have the purl stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch, purl stitch. I don't make in the end because this braid, when we close our work, this braid must join with the purl stitch. If I make pull a stitch at the end, and in the beginning, it will be the double. And this is a mistake that I made in my beanie. So, we have 30 stitches that we must complete to make the 60 that I have in my beanie. So, you must count purl 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. 5 times we must make the purl stitch. And if we make 5 times 6 purl stitch, we will have the 30 stitches. 6 por 5, 30 is the same. And we have 60. Like this, you must calculate in your thread with the stitches that you have with the multiple of 4. By example, sometimes maybe in the purl stitch that here will make the purl 6 purl, 6, 6, 6, 6 purl stitches. Maybe sometimes you don't have exactly 30 stitches because the multiple of 4, maybe you have, like my little pattern, you have 32 stitches, maybe. So you can make little tricks. How you make little tricks? If you want to make 32 stitches between 5, it's not exactly, because all depends of the number of stitches that you make. So how you make? You can make 6 por 5, 30. 9, we must have here, by example, 28. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 y 6, 30. But I want 28 stitches. So we must make 6, 12, 18, 24. 6 por 5, 30. Zum Beispiel, by example, I want to make only 28, but I have if I make 6 times 5 is 30. So in two purl stitches, I can make 5, and in this I can make 5. And if you make together, all is 28. 6, 12, 18, 18 plus 10, 28. So, that must be exactly the same number of stitches in the purl stitch. Okay? This is the trick that I give you. What say? ¿Qué estás tejiendo? I make one Beanie hat. Als Kind besuchte ich eine deutsche Klosterschule. Habe aber vieles vergessen, zum Beispiel sprechen und schreiben. Oh, aber ist gut. Du schreibst gut, my dear Nena. Okay, Lady Crochet say yes. Luisa, que teje. Lady, guten Morgen, liebe Nena. Danke schön, chicas. ¿Qué estás tejiendo? Un gorro. Danke, Lady. Salma Kurdi, hola. Nena, está precioso, me encanta el color. Ich muss los, aber ich habe subscribe in el canal Bereits abonniert. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Bueno, allí va medio mezcladito con español. Un gusto estar aquí. Saludos a todos aquí. Muchas gracias, my dear Nena. So, in this little pattern, with 32 stitches, I made 3 braids of 6 with 32 stitches. Zum Beispiel, by example, is 18. 18 stitches only in the braids, but between the braids I have 3 places for the purl stitches. And I have here, I must have 14 stitches in these 3 places, because 18 plus 14 is 32 stitches that I have. 18, 28, 29, sí. So in this place, I made one trick. I have the 3 of 6 stitches, the braids, and between the purl, purl, and purl, I must have 14 stitches, but I have not a number between 3, that is 14. So I make here 4, 5, and 5. That is, there are the 4 stitches. Altogether are 14 stitches. So you can make these little tricks for that your work is correct, for that you can make the stitches between the braids are not the same, but nobody noticed this, only you. Okay? You can make 5, 5, and 4 in the center too. It's the same. So. Ich wünsche dir einen schönen Tag. Muchas gracias. Ah, Lady. Thank you, thank you. Schönen Tag noch. Que tengas un bonito día. Die Deutsche sagen das auch. Schönen Tag noch. Ist schon. I like this language too, German. I hope one day I can talk perfect. But okay, I am happy that I speak perfect Spanish. This is the important. Thank you, thank you. So, this was a little mathematicas, but I hope that you understand me. And now, in this little pattern, I will have 6 stitches for every braid. I will have 3 braids. Okay? But look, I always tell you that the front of my work is where is the yarn of the beginning. This is in the almost all my Beanie hats that I have here in crochet and knitting, I made this. But this is the exception. Why? Look. When we turn, this is the front to me. Other? This is the front to me, for me. When we turn, this front is in the reverse. Because if I make this, I don't like these lines. So to me, this is the front, this border. So when I turn the work, this front is the reverse. So from here, I will make the braids in this side. Because you look so forth, you can see that the work turns here. Don't turn for the other side. Turns for this side. So in the reverse, I will make the braids. But the design of the braids, we will begin to make here in my this pattern. I will show you. I must look my design here. So I must make 4 purl stitches, 6 knit stitches, 5 purl stitches, 6 knit stitches, 5 purl stitches, and 6 knit stitches, okay? And here in the front, I will make the opposite, because this will be the reverse of our work. So here, I must make 4 purl stitches, but this is the reverse. So here, I will make 4 knit stitches. I will make the opposite. You will see. 4 knit, if here say purl, here will be knit stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 knit stitches. Now I must make the braid. The braid is 6 knit stitches, but this is the opposite. So yarn in the front, and I will make 6 purl stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, y 6. Now I must make 5 purl stitches, that is 5 knit stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, y 5. Yarn in the front, and the braid is 6 knit, but here in the reverse is 6 purl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y 6. Again, 5 purl stitches, that will be 5 knit stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4 y 5. And the another braid, that the last braid that will be is 6 knit, but here in the reverse we must make 6 purl stitches. This is the only row that is a little not difficult, but we must have a lot of attention. This is the only row. In the next rows you will see all. Look, now you see here, when we will make, you will see that here, to me, this is the front, here is the front of the work, and here will come the design. So we must repeat here, we must make all the stitches that we find. Here we make 6 knit stitches, so we will find the stitches and we will see. Here I will have the braid that are 6 knit stitches, 4, 5 y 6, and 5 purl stitches. Here I will make 5 purl stitches, 2, 3, 4 y 5. And again the braid, 6 knit stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y 6. And again 5 purl stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y 5 purl, and again 1 braid that is 6 knit stitches, 5 puntos derechos. And I find the last 4 purl stitches. And now we have the design of our braids. And always I will make now 6 or 7 rows. And for this front, the front will be where I turn the work. This is the front. You recognize so forth quickly because you turn and you say, okay, this is the front. And to me, this was the reverse of the work. But only in this Beanie I made this exception. And now only we must continue making all the stitches that we find until that we have 7 rows, I think. In the first braid, I made in the 7th row. Only here we continue making all the stitches that we find. We make the purl, and here I will make the knit stitches. How many? Oh, we have 68 minutes. Okay, so tomorrow I will show you how I made the braid in this little pattern, but you can watch it in the video that I will let you on the comments and on the description box. Is my Beanie ABRIL. It's in Spanish but has subtitles in English. So this is the original video that you can watch how I made it. We turn. Here you can see the knit for the braids. Are 3 braids of 6 stitches. This always will be the same. And when you turn the work, you will notice that this is the front, like this. This is the same number of stitches, the same number of the rib stitch. And here where turn over rib stitch, this is the front. Every 6 stitches, every 6 rows, I made the crossover braids. And remember, when you join your work, this braid must have here the purl stitch. And it's the same here in the rib stitch. Here is, by example, the knit, and here we have the purl stitches. So when we join, when we sew, all the work coincide. But tomorrow I will show you a little more of this work. If you want the video, the pattern, write me, and I will make the pattern exclusive for the members of my channel. You can join to the group of my to my channel. You can join. You can pay 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, the months like you want for watch one video, one pattern. I will start to make only exclusive videos or patterns to the people that join my group here on YouTube. I was long today, but I hope that you like this video. It's very nice, this Beanie. I will show you where is my iPad. I will show you before, and I want to invite you to subscribe here on my channel. I have almost 300 patterns of beanies, headbands. I have patterns knitting and crocheted knitting, crocheted works too. Here I will show you the beanie that we make today. This is my Beanie ABRIL. You can see the rib stitch, and the turn of the work is nice, and the braids. This Beanie only has 60 stitches, and I made it with the 7mm needle. It's size for teenagers and as the adults. When I don't make a stretch, the work was almost 48 centimeters. The contour for us is almost 48 until 52 centimeters. For men's is a little bigger, 54, 56 centimeters of the border, the contour of the beanie hat. I will let you this pattern in Spanish with subtitles. You can change the subtitles in your language. I will let you now on the comments and on the description box. And my new video, my new pattern is this. It's in Spanish too. And I will let you this pattern on the comments and on the description box. Is Géminis is the name of this pattern. This is new model, and I use a teeny merino yarn, and it's with little braids, look. And between the braids, I made the garter stitch. Sure, if you want, you can make only the braids and not the garter stitch. But it's nice, this model too, I like. In the beginning, I made the rib stitch, the simple rib stitch. I love these beanies of merino yarns, are so softly, and they are very, for this winter here in Germany, they are very good. Okay, my dear friends, I want to give thank you to Angelo Flores, to write me, Anuba Roy, Suman, Manisha Tarafter, a Manuela, a Nur, a Lady Crochet Manuela, a Emilia Sánchez, a Nena, Campaña, a Lucineia Alves, Rusi Maroba, a Nur. Muchas gracias, chicas. Nirmala Devi, thank you to be here. And remember that you can be a member of my channel for the exclusive patterns that I have here on my channel. Muchas gracias, and tomorrow we have a workshop in live in the mornings of Germany. Muchas gracias y hasta la vista. Thank you for your like if you watch this video, and I hope that you can be a member of my channel too. Chao, chao. Muchas gracias.